So in today's tutorial, we're going to be teaching you guys how to go and do SBC solution trading. But before we do this, if you guys are interested, I do offer a daily subscriber trading guide, which you can get for free with Amazon Prime. All you got to do is click on the top link in the description and subscribe over on Twitch. You can do it for free with Amazon Prime. If not, it is £5, €5, or $6. In there, you will get yourself daily updated investment guides, daily updated lists of silvers to trade with, daily updated lists of gold cards with shadow to trade with, and we do have some pretty decent results. Just yesterday, or just 2 days ago, I recommended buying Lookman up to 19k. Well, in less than 24 hours, he went all the way up to 38k, meaning you literally would have doubled your coins in less than 24 hours if you were to buy when recommended. And yeah, go and sell at the peak price. Nonetheless, even if you bought at 19, he's still going for 29, so there would have been 10k on every card in less than 24 hours, and of course we do have loads and loads of success like that. So without further ado, let's go and talk about how to SBC solution trade. Now this is definitely a pretty difficult trading method, so yeah, if you want some entry level trading methods, maybe check out some of the tutorials on the channel. Silver trading, shadow trading, like I talked about having in the guide, I think are a lot more entry level than this. This is quite a difficult trading method, but nonetheless, let's go through how to SBC solution trade. So before we talk about, I guess, how to go and actually buy and sell the plays, you first got to understand what is SBC solution trading. Now, SBC solution trading is basically pump and dumping players that are in the cheapest solution for SBCs. There is no more glamorous way around it. You know, the idea is a team will make it in the cheapest solution. People will go and log on to Footbin. They'll log on to Footbin and they want to go, all right, I'm going to go and do this SBC. All right, they're going to go cheapest solutions, and they're going to go, all right, this is the cheapest solution. And then they're going to go through and buy all of these players. And for some reason, they buy all of these players no matter how much they cost. So if Steve Bergwijn is literally like 3k, they'll still go and buy Steve Bergwijn because they're just too lazy to go and do the SBC themselves. So yeah, in today's video, we're going to be teaching you guys how you can kind of make the most of people who are too lazy to go and do SBCs for cheaper, or people who just go and buy players no matter what the price is. So let's go and talk about what sort of SBCs you can do this with. The solution trading works the best when SBCs are difficult. Because if SBCs are not difficult, for example, I think we had some generic SBC the other day. If they're only requiring like 10 chemistry, 11 chemistry, the players aren't going to be they're not going to struggle to do them. Because they won't struggle to do them, people aren't going to Footbin to go and work out how to go and do them. I mean, I think a nice example would have been, I think the first one was really easy to do. What was the first one? Like the first one needed 11 chemistry because it needed, 14 chemistry. And because it needed 14 chemistry, no one was rushing to Footbin because they couldn't go and build a 14 chemistry SBC. Well, yesterday's one was pretty awkward, and that required 31 chemistry. Now, what I would say, general rule of thumb, I'd say 25 chemistry or higher are good ones to go and do SBC solution trading with. The reason for that is to get 25 chemistry or higher, especially if it's got some awkward requirements like maximum leagues, minimum from one nation, minimum amount of rares, everyone's going to be gold and so on, or a high rating. These are the sort of awkward ones which people can't think for themselves, so they have to go to these sites. But the ones that are easy and where people don't have to think for themselves, they don't go to these sites. So let's say now, for example, we've got ourselves an SBC, and again it is, over 25 chemistry. It's a little bit awkward like this one. How are we now going to go and trade with them? Well, how you're going to trade with them is, again, you're going to head over to Footbin. You're going to go to the active SBCs, and what you're going to do is you are going to go and sit on this completed list. Now, what people do is they go and click on the top one, because the top one in theory is the cheapest. So what you want to do is you basically want to go and sit on this list and refresh it every maybe few minutes. And what will happen is every now and again, there will be a new cheapest solution built. Can I see any solutions that have been built recently? Not overly. So there'll be a new cheapest solution that's built. So again, let's say this one's just popped up. Now what we want to go and do is we want to go and decide, okay, well, if people are going to go and buy these players, which of these players are going to be the rarest on the market? Because if I go and look at someone like, let's go and grab Nacho Fernandez. Let's go and see how many Nacho Fernandezes there are on the market. Nacho Fernandez, let's have a little look at him, 700 coins. There are, as you can see, quite a lot of pages of Nacho Fernandez at 700 coins. Well, as a result of there being a lot of pages of Nacho Fernandez at 700 coins, like 200 people would have to go and do this specific SBC solution for Nacho Fernandez to go and rise significantly. So we want to go and pick someone which doesn't have as many cards on the market. These are predominantly high-rated non-rares or bronze and silvers. So let's go grab Danilo Pereira. There we go. If we go and look at Danilo Pereira, and Footbin says that he's 550, we can see that there aren't that many on the market for 550. What if we go up to 700? If we go up to 700, we can see there's still only 2 pages. So you saw how at 700 there were like 20 pages of Nacho Fernandez, but there's only 20 Pereiras. This means that if people are doing this SBC solution, Pereira is going to rise a lot faster and a lot more than Nacho Fernandez because there is way less supply. Even more so, I'm sure if I go check out Sekic right now, I'm sure Sekic probably has even less supply because silvers are just way less supply than golds. Sekic at 700 coins, there we go. I mean, Footbin says he's 500 coins, but reality is Sekic, I mean, this is like a perfect example of someone who's worked. Sekic is actually up at 2.3k. Now, people don't have to use Sekic. There is no reason for people to specifically go and use Sekic because I bet you there are loads of Saudi Arabia. I mean, I know there's gold players people could be using. So if we go position goalkeeper Saudi Arabia, people could generally be using Rodak, they could be using Sekic, they could be using Kim Seong-gye. But because people are too lazy to go and find the specific alternatives that work, they go and buy these silvers that start off at 500 coins and they end up at 2.3k. So the first thing is identify the SBCs that are awkward enough for people to do. The second thing is to identify the rare enough players. And again, the best players to go for are going to be the high-rated non-rares or the bronze and silvers. We don't go gold rares because there's so many more gold rares on the market than there are non-rares, silvers and bronzes. So again, all you need to do is go and sit on this page for about 2-3 minutes, refresh it, and again, every now and again, you'll go and get a cheaper solution. So again, let's say this one pops up at the cheapest solution. What are we going to be looking at? Well, we've got ourselves 1, 2, 3 bronzes, and we've got ourselves a non-rare. So let's have a little look how Madi Toure is looking. We've got Madi Toure. There we go. And is there much supply on the market? There's a lot of supply on the market. So again, if there's a fair bit of supply, I mean, I'd probably go and let them be. But what about Horkas, the goalkeeper? Is Horkas the goalkeeper maybe a little bit better? Horkas says he's 500 coins. I mean, there isn't much supply for this one. Obviously, this one at the moment isn't the cheapest solution, but you can see right there's only 3 on the market under a K. So once you've identified the players, identified the SBCs, and you've bought the players, or first of all, let's talk about buying the players. You don't really want to be buying a few hundred coins more than what they are on Footbin. So, for example, if we go back to that Sekic example, I would probably happily buy him up to 700 coins, but I wouldn't want to start buying him at 1k, 1.2k, because the idea is then you're literally part of the problem. Like, you are literally part of the pump and dump if you are starting to buy at quite inflated prices. So, for example, Pereira, I wouldn't want to buy more than 750. Sekic, I wouldn't want to buy more than 700 coins. These bronzes, I wouldn't really want to buy more than 400 coins. Bergwijn, I wouldn't really want to buy more than 650. And once I've bought these cards, I then need to go and decide when am I going to go and sell these cards. Now, like I said, it is a pump and dump. You know, these cards do not hold high values forever. So what you basically need to do is you need to sit on the market and track the players. So Sekic, for example, let's say I search him right now and let's say he was going up from like 1k to 1.5k to 1.6k to 1.7k, 1.8k. I'm tracking him every time he's going up. Well, then I'm going to hold off selling him because I only want to sell him when he hits the peak. And the way how we can work out when he hits the peak is when basically the cards stop rising, if that makes any sense. So we just checked a Sekic, and actually a Sekic was on the market for 2k. So if we kept on searching at 2.2k, and eventually this one for 2.2k sold on, we'd keep tracking, and then we got up to 2.3k. And we'd keep tracking, I mean that one for 2.2k house sold on. So I can show you right now that Sekic is actively rising, because he's just gone from 2k, then to 2.2k, and now there's 5 cards on the market at 2.3k. If we keep on searching, and it goes from 5 cards on the market to 4 to 3 to 2, we know the card's rising. But if we see this go from 5 cards on the market, we then go and search and then there's 6 cards on the market. We then go and search and there's like 8, 9 cards on the market. We know that they've now hit that peak and now they're on the way down. This is kind of where you need to sell and where you kind of want to go and undercut. So let's say Sekic again, we were searching the market and there's 5 in the market, then there's 6, then there's 7 at 2.3. I'd probably go and list mine at about 2 to 2.1k to guarantee sells. Because what you've got to appreciate is if you don't get out in time, then your Sekic is going to go back down to 500 coins. So yes, you're not getting the absolute peak, but you're still going, the car's still going from 700 to 2k / 2.1k. Yeah, you might not have got 2.3k, 2.4k, but you'll only know the peak of the card in hindsight. The best thing to do is to track the card rising and then track the card dropping. So again, we saw one of the Sekics at 2.3k just got bought. The Sekic there popped up at 2.2k. Now there's only 4 on the market, so Again, we can see the cards getting rarer, so at the moment he'd still be rising, but if one popped up for 2.2 and then they kept on listing up for 2.2, they would go down. Now, which are the best hours of the day to go and do this? The best hours to do this in the day is generally the first... Well, basically how it works is as soon as the SBC drops is the best time to do it. And then it just drops off, and drops off. So, like, this could be hour 1, this could be hour 2, this could be hour 3, this is going to be hour 6, this is going to be hour 12, and this is going to be hour 24. This is after the SBCs come out. So for hour 1, it is absolutely amazing. Then between hour 1 and hour 2, you're probably going to get a sharp drop. Hour 3, you're probably, it's still not bad. Hour 6 is going to become less efficient. Hour 12, it becomes less efficient. And hour 24 is just not so good. The reason this is the case is because obviously in the first hour, no one's done the SBC. 100% of the people have not completed the SBC. By the time we get into 3 hours, probably like 50% of people are going to go and complete the SBC. By the time we get into 12 hours, probably about, I don't know, like 40 people are left to go and complete the SBC. And then by the time we get to 24 hours, there's only like 20%. And obviously, the more people who haven't completed the SBC, the more people who are going to go and buy the card and contribute towards the pump and dump. So again, all you have to do is go and sit on Footbin under challenges, wait for a good SBC to pop up, and then all you got to do is go and refresh the filter or go and refresh this every 2-3 hours. Now, you are more than welcome to go and build the SBCs yourself. That's just down on you. So you're more than welcome to go and build the SBCs yourself. How's our Sekic looking? Sekic, as you can see, is literally still rising. So, yeah, and now if you don't sell your players in the first time, there is a chance that they will go and hit the cheapest solution again. Like we can see that Sekic has hit the cheapest solution twice. He went up to 3.5, then back down to 400, and now he's back up to 2.3. So if you don't sell the cards in the first hour, or first time they go up, you can gamble they will go up again. There is no guarantee they'll go up again, but you can go and gamble that they will go up again. And that kind of wraps that up. Any questions you guys do have, do feel free to go and join the stream. I do stream from 9 all the way through to 6:30 every day, so I can answer any questions. And yeah, also feel free to ask me any other tutorials you'd like to see over on my Twitch. But that has been that. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.